Can you hear me, dog? Yo, it's your boy Troubles in the building, doing the damn thing, not doing anything at all. It's another episode of Unpredictable Thoughts podcast. I don't have Maya with me. Maya, she went to the Ravens game, so shout out to the Ravens. Who they played today? They played shit. They played the Steelers. Yeah, they played the Steelers, and yeah, we clutched that win. Also, shout out to Javonte Davis doing his damn thing last night. Hey, shout out to everybody. This is about to be the end of the year podcast. This is the wrap up. I actually been busy as hell, believe it or not. I got two podcasts I'm sitting on, but I'm gonna release them in the beginning of the year. So we'll go from there. So this is like the end of the year wrap up. I want to say congratulations and shout out to a lot of people this year that been doing the damn thing that I just been observing, watching them making moves. Shout out to Maya, my co-host of the Unpredictable Thoughts podcast. She doing the damn thing, working, flipping these houses, bartending, all these little side hustles that she do. Who else I want to give a shout out to? I want to give a shout out to Morgan. She did the Esthetician podcast. I'm going to actually reach out to her the start of the year, beginning of the start of the year, and start doing my little self-care, self-love, and get my face did right and all that stuff. I also want to give a shout out to my young lad, Fisher. He real low key, but hey, my boy got his degree, y'all. Degree him. So shout out to him. Shout out to Jones. For those that really listened to the podcast a minute ago, he walked across the stage as well. Shout out to who else? Shout out to Ford. He picked up gunnery sergeant, and he got promoted to gunnery sergeant, E7, and he new son on the way this year. Not new son on the way. He had a son this year as well. Who else? Who else is in my life that shout out to everybody. Shout out to Bia. She got a bachelor's as well. It's a lot of people. I should have wrote all y'all down, but I was like, yo, I'm going to just freestyle it today. And this is real last minute. But honestly, shout out to all y'all for doing the damn thing. I really salute y'all. It's so much inspiration I see on my timeline, throughout all my social media posts. Always have the right balance of ratchetness and righteousness. And that's what you need in life. It's like the yin and yang in life. You got to have a balance. You had to have a dose of ratchetness and a dose of righteousness. And that's the ultimate balance. And my last shout out by name, because he's in person with me. A nigga I knew since the age of 14, 15, 13. Yeah, it's been a long time. Damn near, two decades?
Just about.
Yeah, just about 2 decades. Shout out to my homeboy. I call him Damon.
That's a fact, yeah.
Shout out to him.
Only the close ones call me Damon.
Yeah, yo, my boy got a house.
Appreciate it, man.
My boy got a house.
Yup, ownership. You feel me? Something to pass along, man. I think it's great that you surrounded by a lot of people that, progressing, doing what they got to do, and that you surround yourself around that type of energy. I'm that ratchet shit that you spoke of earlier. That's all I bring to the table is ratchet.
Man, ain't nothing wrong with that, though.
That's a fact, man.
It's nothing wrong with it. Why do you think people find it to be negative?
Yeah, we always put like a negative connotation. I think that's the word for it. But
Yeah.
you always surround ratchet with like something like that. Just like the word ghetto. When people use the word ghetto, I take offense to it because a lot of the times, like, we're ghetto. Mm-hmm. You feel me? But it's always used in that's so ghetto. So you automatically frown upon what's being said. So I think ratchet kind of fall in line of the word ghetto type thing.
Yo, but the word ghetto, you get your best product.
I agree wholeheartedly. Yeah. But like, that's just like, if I come up to a party, right, with a 40 in my hand, you can be like, oh, that nigga's ghetto. You feel me? Like, you would just automatically assume
Like if
that.
it's a wine taste, if we had a wine tasting event and you had a 40, I'm like, bro, come on, it's time and place. I ain't gonna say ghetto, but
Yeah, exactly. If you use another word for it, that's one thing. But like, I just be in my feelings because I'm like, yo, I'm ghetto. I'm not only am I ghetto, I'm successful. You dig what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not where I want to be success wise, but nigga, I own a house, own cars. I got stuff that that is mine. That can't nobody take from me unless I give it up willingly.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, we just trying to change that around.
Understood. So, like I said, this is like the end of the year wrap up. What they say? What's that little meme that's going around? Like, next week is a new month, new year, new decade.
Yup. It's a whole lot of new stuff going on.
And I'm not like, I mean, it ain't gonna be a whole new year, new me.
Nah, I think that wave died out when niggas started exploiting the foolery of it. You feel me? New year, you the same person, still broke, ain't doing nothing. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even the memes started getting jokes about it.
Oh yeah, what was that one meme about the lady? She had all them bags and like a
Climbing the
previous
steps.
year,
Yup,
and then
and she was still climbing the steps with the net. Yo, she just X'd out the year and put the new on. Yeah, still going through it. But everything is always trial and error. You might not get, even if you did have a bad year, you feel me, your next year might be bad. But if you keep progressing and doing something that leads up to your goals, you'll be straight.
Yeah, and I think that's what the people fail to realize is like those little goals. If you really put emphasis on those little goals,
Yeah.
yo, the big goals, it'd be nothing. Like,
Nothing, bro.
They will be nothing. Was there any goals that you had for 2018?
Going into 19?
Yeah.
Oh, so 18 was a rough. I put a lot on myself. I was actually renting a crib with me and my brother. You feel me? I wanted more out of myself. I kind of still didn't know what I wanted to do with myself, even at the age of 26 moving in. You feel me? So, what's crazy is my girl, her sister, was doing this schooling thing, and she put me onto it. It was a fashion institute. So she put me onto it. I actually committed to it. Finished up the course. I got I got a certificate, give me the credentials to make shoes, clothing, even doing like Rick and Mortars in regards to like businesses and marketing and stuff like that. So, I completed that, bought the home. We got more news on the way. You feel me? But
hey, turn up.
that's a fact, man. But yeah, I definitely accomplished a lot.
Yeah.
I definitely accomplished a lot in so little time.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope, and it's like you said, it's the commitment.
Yeah.
It's the commitment. You didn't have anything. What's the word I'm looking for? Damn, I'm not even drinking. I can't even think of the word. You didn't have any distractions around, or if you did, you probably blocked them out, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of hard blocking distractions out, especially when they just seem so appealing to you. You're accustomed to a certain lifestyle, and when you want to change and do better for yourself, that lifestyle is still there. So you kind of got to wean yourself away from it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, once you can focus, sit down and set that time frame up where, all right, this is the business portion of my life, and then this is the fun time of my life. You can definitely make stuff happen.
Yeah, I agree. And then sometimes you can, depending on what's going on, you can kind of mix both of them together.
Yeah, because, it depends, like, whatever type of business you into, of course, you're going to need either clientele or some type of resource. You feel me? And that's where you get from mingling with people. Going out, you might run into somebody that owns something. You feel me? And that's be where your foundation can start. Or you can get the information to start your foundation or something like that.
Yeah. And like you said, mingling or just going out. That's why I found a lot of my inspiration and just information with people, just randomly talking with people. Like, yo, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And just people watch as well. I used to get some of my best thoughts when I'm just at the bar.
Perspective, bro.
Yeah.
Because when you, I'm open to information. It's free.
Yeah.
If somebody gonna give it to you, take it. You dig what I'm saying? So like when you spend so long looking at something a certain way, you may not be able to grasp it from another angle unless somebody come with that perspective to help you. Like, oh, well, maybe this way is more efficient in learning, or maybe this way, might get me to my task better. You see what I'm saying? So like, yeah, if conversation with people always helps because nobody thinks alike. You dig what
Nah,
I'm
they
saying?
don't.
You might agree on the topic, but you may not agree for the same reason.
Yeah, and it's like trying to find that deep rootedness of why they think that way versus why you think this way.
Yeah.
Into it, yeah.
You might come up with a whole new logic and a whole new plan, scheme, or something to make something work for yourself. I definitely encourage, mingling with people, talking to people. I personally don't like talking to people, but you get on Twitter or something, you feel me? Like, yo, it's like 100 trillion people on Twitter with 3 accounts apiece. You feel me?
Yeah.
You bound to learn something.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Yo, it is. So, yeah. Accomplishments for myself this year.
Yeah, man, you took off. You got the clothes and everything, the podcast, jumping the career. What's going on with you?
It was a lot. 2000 was this 19?
Yeah.
2019 was a lot for me.
That's a fact.
It taught me so much. So like I was in love, got out of love, betrayal, came up, came back down, came up again.
Every emotion.
Yeah, like
Every emotion.
I went through it all this year.
Sheesh.
And like the one thing I could probably say, not one thing I could probably say, one thing I can say about it, what I learned, is that I'm gonna back this up. So people that don't know or have been following the podcast know that like I was in the military. I was in the Marine Corps for 9 years, and I'm in the I'm trying to switch over to another branch of service.
Yeah.
So this is taking way longer than I thought. So what I learned through this is patience. Like
Yeah.
I have patience with other people, but I don't have patience with myself.
Yeah.
And that shit.
Cause you got the vision.
Yeah.
And you know what you should be doing to get the way you want, but other people's accountability plays a factor too.
Exactly. And it's like and I was telling my homeboy Tony about this. Shout out to Tony and Bia. But Tony was like, yo, you too patient with people. And I'm like, damn, am I? And I'm like, is that a bad thing? I mean, you can answer, that you know me for so long, so like, can
Yeah.
that be a bad thing, being too patient with somebody?
I mean, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, because like patience, you get to definitely see the time frame in people, meaning like, okay, when you first met me, we was outside doing dumb shit. Yo, we was
Getting
wildin'.
5 stars like GTA.
5 stars, bro. You already know how
Playing
it was.
Pokemon on the porch.
And then you see me now, and you probably like, nah, this nigga not the same. It's not even remotely the same guy I grew up with. You get what I'm saying? So like that patience is probably what you got to see all the change. You got to see every bit of the mind frame change, the everything, bro. So like, I don't know. I think having patience with people is cool. I think like patience would definitely outweigh rushing anything.
Yeah,
You
but
feel
why
me?
don't I have the patience for myself?
Yeah, cause you see, I'm kind of the same. Like that's just like this, right? All right, I know I want this car, but I know I'm gonna have to save for that car, get this, do this for that car, make sure my the payments is low or my credit score a certain way. Yo, that'll drive me insane knowing I gotta do it for myself. But seeing somebody else trying to get a car, I'm like, oh yeah, yo, you just got bit. You feel me? You got it, nigga. Like, so I mean, I kind of get what you're saying. It's tough being your toughest critic,
Yeah, so like, yeah, I went through it all. I mean, I got a good job now. I ain't have a job for the longest time. Like,
Yeah.
I was going through it. I ain't going now. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. I mean, but I kept it honest with myself. I kept it honest with other people. Like, look, if you know somebody's hiring, let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me know. But just patience with myself. I learned, and I'm still learning. And like this time with me being home I've been home for a year.
Yeah.
It's been a year, so it's just like I'm able to understand and like be with family in a different aspect that I've never been in before. So like all this stuff is new to me. Like all this stuff.
So
is
like
new.
being a civilian as an adult is new to you as well.
Yeah, it is.
I got you.
It
I
is.
got you.
It really is, and it's weird, but it's like I could function at first. I couldn't at first. Cause like in the military, you can always identify people because of the uniform, but also the rank,
Yeah.
whatnot. So case in point, if someone is like a E6, E6, E7, you already know they probably in like they mid to late 30s. or whatnot. So you kind
Oh,
of
you can gauge people
you
just
can
off the
gauge,
suit, right?
yeah,
Okay.
just off that. But like out here in the civilian community, it's like, are you a supervisor or you just entry level? Which one
Yeah,
is it?
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
So I'm like, okay, I didn't understand what was what.
I
And
mean,
then also another thing was, like, before I got out, or no, while I'm out, no, before I got out, just always hearing people like, oh, I could get you a job here, I could get you a job there. I'm like, all right, cool, what's up? Then when I'm trying to get them to deliver, it's like, bro, you just talking. Like, bitch, I need you to fucking deliver.
that's
like,
a fact. Yeah, it's a
like
lot
when
of that.
people know me when I was in the military, it's like, yo, when I say I can make something happen, I made it happen.
Yeah,
Like, point blank period. Or I put you in the direction for that other person to make it happen. I ain't going to say I'm like the end all be all for it, but I knew people that can, like, look, they can make it happen for you, they couldn't.
that's a fact.
I wouldn't promise you anything.
The fact that you put your name on the line for people to get them somewhere, that shows a lot of integrity. You ain't got that in the civilian world.
Nah, y'all really cutthroat.
It's cutthroat, yeah. I mean, you can't really identify people. You can just you just gotta mix and mingle. It take the process longer, like how you said you can identify them just off of their suit.
Yeah.
We can't identify. Oh yeah, well, what kind of motherfucker is you? You just kind of gotta, interact with them or see how they interact with other people to kind of gauge.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a different process. I mean, you learn more about people. You start learning like how they maneuver. Okay, he might be this type of person just off of how he maneuvers, and you can use that to gauge somebody else. But then that passes off as judgment, kind of.
Yeah.
But I mean, everybody get judged, bro.
Yeah, dude. But like I said, I've done a lot of stuff. I just be forgetting how much stuff I do because I'm not one of the flashy, like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. The most you'll probably see me doing is like checking in somewhere on Facebook.
On Facebook, yeah.
As a location, but I'm not like up here doing long captions and flashy this and that. Like I had the longest, and I'm still in deep thought about this. Like, so so one of the homies, he hit me up and was like, yo, you have any old clothes? I was like, yeah, well, what's up? He was like, yo, I'm be delivering. I'm riding around DC to give out clothes to the homeless. I was like, oh crap. I was like, yo, I do it. Like, but it's gonna be Christmas morning. I was like, I do it, but you only got a certain time frame with me because I had other obligations to do.
That's a fact.
Or whatnot. I was like, yo, if you can make it from 10 to 12 or 10 to 11, or no, 10 to 1. Yeah, 10 to 1, I could do it because I had to come back and cook. I still have my brother's birthday's on Christmas, so
right.
Still have obligations. So we out there doing it, passing out close to the homeless, and it's just us, me, him, and I think his homegirl Destiny. I think called her D. I apologize if she ever listened to this podcast, but we doing that just off the strength, and I'm like, yo, been in the military, like, yo, we don't have no organization behind us. Like, it's us, like, using our own gas money, all that stuff, just riding around, giving out clothes to people, Christmas morning, or whatnot. And then, like, he taking pictures. I was like, yeah, take some pictures. And then I thought about it. I'm like, why the fuck are we taking pictures?
Me personally, bro, I could never take pictures of me doing something for somebody. That's just like keeping a stamp on it, to make you kind of remember, like, nigga, I'm doing something for you. But I don't know. I don't get the thrill of it. I don't understand why people do it. I mean,
but then also I was like, yo, maybe, because I had the conversation with my mother. I was like, it's sometimes the reason why certain people don't get help because other people don't know, in a sense.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, if these pictures are posted and someone sees, like, yo, I know such and such. Where is that person at? Can you let them know? Or where was this location at? They DM you, and that's one less person off the streets. And I'm like, I fight with myself because I still had the pictures up. I mean, I never posted them. But I'm like, am I doing it to help someone that could potentially help someone? Because because we're gonna go back and we're gonna have a meeting and we're gonna try to make it larger as well. So I'm like, do I post these pictures to but to potentially help them, but also get more resources from other people? Like, yo, these guys out here doing it. Let's help. Let's pitch in and make this a bigger situation.
You had a conversation with your moms, about that, which gave you that perspective that maybe people don't know.
No. She said no.
Okay.
I put the perspective of like, what about trying to make it bigger and helping people?
Ask your homeboy when he took them pictures, what was the reason behind it? If that answer don't meet what you said, I wouldn't post it. Because if he's just like, oh yeah, well, I just want to show people that I'm helping.
Yeah.
That doesn't have the same weight as, oh, yo, I was trying to just build the brand. Maybe help, you get more resources. He just wants the clout behind it. You may wanted a bigger vision behind it.
Yeah.
It'll kind of not make sense.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, I don't know. Me personally, I just wouldn't have never took the pictures.
Yeah, it's very conflicting.
If anything, I would have made a couple statuses. Hey, look, bip, I'm going on a drive on Christmas. Y'all, if you don't mind donating, give them to me, bip. I'll hand them out, but I'm not posting anything.
Yeah, because like when I help out with the kids, I try to always say like, yo, we looking for volunteers. Come out and volunteer. I posted a picture of the gift wrapping, but it wasn't like, it was just like, this is an annual toy giveaway. I never talked about the status of the children. Oh, wow, what happened to my headphones? Oh, whatever. The headphones died, but I never talked about the status, anything. It was just like, yo, this was a toy giveaway with this company, and that's it.
Yeah.
Leave it as that.
Yeah, I mean, if it's an annual thing, so like, I mean, I do feel like if it's an annual thing, that means consecutive. It happens often. That would be something to promote. Like, yo, we trying to get more toys in for these kids or more bit. But the fact that you're just trying to exploit that you're doing something like, or like, yo, these guys are homeless or these kids really don't have nothing. You feel me? Like, I think you kind of got to address the line.
Yeah.
Always.
It's just weird. But I don't know. That's my thought on that. Not to say that Squall he exploiting anything, but I'm like, how do I? Because I wanted to post them, but I was looking in the aspect of helping and all that stuff. But it's always two sides to some shit.
Well, I mean, if your side is as pure as you putting it out there to be like that may be a go.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I just wouldn't want to back in, oh, I'm trying to help the cause and you just trying to help yourself. Like, that's why I would kind of like try to figure out a balance with that. But if you got all pure intentions of just helping, bro, I don't see no problem with that.
Got it. True. Understandable. Good looking on that. I don't know. What the fuck else did I do this year? 18? Damn, what else I do? The clothes, sweatshirts.
You got the clothing line, the podcast, the schooling. Yeah,
school
all over the place.
Schooling's been crazy. So that's been one of the main reasons of not podcasting as well, because of schooling. Schooling takes a lot. Like,
I can believe
I miss out on the dragon because
yeah. The dragon's different.
Yeah, I miss out on the dragon because of school, and people know I love me some goddamn obey wings from the dragon.
That's a fact.
But it is what it is. Why not buckle down and sacrifice them 8 weeks?
Yeah,
sacrifice 8 weeks, and that's what I always tell people. It's like, look, school is not for everybody. It's not. It is not. But yo, just think of something that you want to accomplish, right?
Yeah.
And take 8 weeks of your life, and after them 8 weeks are done, and figure out and reflect and like, well, did I accomplish anything? Even if it's just one fucking push-up. Like, did I do one push up in 8 weeks?
Yeah.
And if it's no, and it's really something that you want to do, like, yo, I want to accomplish 100 push ups. It's like, yo, you not doing anything because you didn't even do anything in those 8 weeks.
That's a fact.
So, like I said, school's not for everybody, but I always tell people, yo, just take one goal in life, even if it's a small goal, and dissect it. You can even dissect your goal for 8 weeks straight. Like, yo, I'm going to do this. Go back to the drawing board. Nah, I want to do it like this. Do the research for it. You gain knowledge in 8 weeks.
That's that perspective you can get, bro. That's about talking to people. Like you said, 8 weeks. I wouldn't have never thought to invest 8 weeks into anything.
Yeah.
Especially in the school.
8 weeks go by fast.
Yeah. 2 months is definitely quick. Yeah, that's like 2 weeks to us now.
It really.
The currency changed on it. But nah, yeah, I mean, 8 weeks to invest into anything, I think that's more than enough time to at least gain like a background of it. So that way you can push forward on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would definitely take that advice and run with it.
Yeah. It changed my life. Once I really started school, like I had to like mentor, and because I always tell people, I'm like, look, school, like I said, school isn't for everybody. So I never push school on anybody. I'm like, yo, do it. Like, especially if you're in the military, like, the shit free, why not? But if it's not for you, find something else, especially if you're trying to make that your career. Now, civilian life, I really don't know what to tell people just yet. Yeah. But I'm like, look, whatever you're trying to do, like I said, dissect it and, take 8 weeks of it and then go from there, and you will see how much better or how much closer you are to it.
I agree. Being just a civilian, I've never had no military background or nothing.
Yeah.
I would never advise anyone to go to school. And it's not necessarily because school is just a horrible place for people. I just think if you don't have the SAT scores or the regular grades to get in there for free,
yeah,
I don't think it's beneficial to you. You put yourself in debt for a career that you may not even, statistically speaking, you may not even go into your career.
Oh, yeah.
You might fuck around, get a PhD, and just be like, fuck it, I'm going to just run a McDonald's, or, you know what I mean? Like, not job shaming or anything, but you definitely set that bar lower for yourself. I've attended college for like 3-4 courses, 2 semesters maybe.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Vaguely back then.
I was in and out, and
yeah.
I made more money. I make more money now than a lot of our peers do.
Yeah.
That's in their careers. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like, you don't necessarily need school, but like I don't necessarily want to stray people away from it, because that's the knowledge that I'm never going to receive.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? They got books in their school that I'm never going to read. You get what I'm saying?
Or
so
people
like,
you may not even come across.
Exactly. So if you do like go to school, put your best foot forward. You know what I mean? Stand strong. That shit's going to be tough. I believe it. You know what I mean? Go for it, man. Set a goal. Make that shit happen.
Yeah. Shit, what else happened in 2018 just personally for me? I don't know. Like I said, it was rough, but, I mean, I got through it. Yeah.
Shoot, man. Rough ain't the word, bro.
No, this 2019, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah,
it was rough. I mean, it was a whole, like I said, overall, it's just a whole new adjustment. And, like, I learned myself. I learned other people. Yeah. I learned mental health. I learned, like, it's crazy. I learned, like, the art of language.
Yo, before we even jump topic, that mental health, I feel like is the most watered down terminology on the planet. Like, people are really running with it. There are people who have mental health issues, and when you think about mental health issues, a lot of the times you associate that with something really like wrong, you know, like people who have post-traumatic or anxieties and stuff like that. This year we can't go into a self-diagnosing ourselves.
Yeah,
and people cannot really walk around talking about they're depressed when you just got a string of bad days. It has to come to an end. Because it makes it hard for people who really have mental problems. You know what I mean?
So just really understanding the language.
Yeah,
that's what you're going into.
That's a fact.
And that's actually my plan for 2020. For those that listen to the podcast, before I had a therapist on here, Joey. or whatnot. And me and him always talk about language, and I'm like, Joey, like I feel as though people forget words of like anxious. They use anxiety versus anxious, or
Yeah.
I forgot what's another word for anxious.
I don't know. Usually that's where my synonyms would come up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like we just like you said, just water the word out, and it's like, yo, everything isn't anxiety. Like it's levels to anxiety.
Yeah.
Like
That's a fact.
like
I don't like the term vibe.
vibe.
Like like when you meet somebody, oh yeah, yo, I don't like his vibe. Necessarily you're associating that with his mannerisms, which
okay.
may not really be the same thing. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I made like you got bad table manners. You get what I'm saying? He might eat crazy. You be like, yo,
Yeah.
I don't like the way he eat. I ain't vibing with this nigga. You see what I'm saying? Like we just kind of throw words into these places because it sound cool. We forget the the backgrounds behind them. I think we gotta definitely touch bases on that, get that together, cause that'll open up a whole new communication wavelength. You get what I'm saying? Like you'll be able to understand people more instead of us just substituting words that don't make sense. You get what I'm saying?
Cause my word would be I hate is toxic.
Hey, yeah, toxic.
I hate it. Like
Toxic, man. Yeah.
I hate it. Like, yo, everything isn't toxic, yo.
You just once again
Let's
like
look up the definition of toxic real quick, but go ahead.
yeah, like you substituting toxic for just bad behavior.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? When there's chemicals that are toxic, they get like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
Toxic, poisonous, the dumping of toxic waste. 2, denoting or relating to that which has a high risk of default.
yeah, cheating. I think cheating is the worst word too, bro. Like, cause we associate so many things with cheating. Yo, oh, you hung with a girl after 10 o'clock, that's cheating. Or if you're in a relationship, things like this.
Yeah.
But if you look up what you call cheating is adultery, and that's having sex with someone outside of your partner or spouse.
Yeah.
It don't say nothing about hanging out. It don't say nothing about you smoking with your homegirl. I just feel like it's a lot of words.
So something came up about cheating. It was like, baby boy.
Oh,
Did Jody
okay.
cheat with old girl?
With old girl when she, but then I vaguely remember that. Didn't she top him off in that scene?
I don't think so.
He
I think
just-
she tried to come over and kiss him, but he didn't kiss back.
Yeah, he just was in a mix.
Yeah, then he did, because he was trying to sell her clothes, right?
Yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about. He went to her house. He went to
Yeah.
her house. Okay, so I personally only seen Baby Boy like 3 times. But from that scene, when they had it on Twitter too, they had a conversation. They was like, did Jody cheat? And I was like, dog, if he just went over there and nothing happened, that's not cheating.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? The fact that she tried to make advances on him or whatever the case may be, I don't think that's necessarily cheating because he bonked out, right?
Yeah.
He bonked out, yeah. People were saying he was cheating just for going. Like, how does, like, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, people got to learn the definitions of these words, the backgrounds and stuff like that. Because now you labeling my man as a cheater when in actuality, he just was looking for company.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so just, like you said, just learning the language. That's what I want to do in 2020, is just learning the language of what it really is and not just, like, labeling it for it to be all broad. Because, like you said, mental health is, bro. And working in the mental health community, bruh,
Yeah.
it can be very, very draining. And it's not saying like they doing anything bad, but just like the amount of peopling that one does on a day-to-day basis,
Yeah.
it's like, it's crazy.
Mental health, man. Dog, just like the Summer Walker situation.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, man. Her fans got my Twitter deleted, dog.
Uh-oh, what happened?
So
Her fans?
Her fans, her stan fans. You know what the stans are, right?
Nah, what is that? Like
So-
Eminem stan?
Yeah, exactly. They're like your most diehard core fans. Like right, wrong, and different. They gonna side with you.
But she just came out.
She just came out, but she claims she has social anxiety. Just coming from an ignorant nature, I've never heard of the term, the 2 words even together, social anxiety, which kind of, triggered me to, let me figure this out.
Educate yourself.
So I went on went on Twitter when the whole thing was going on. It was a whole thread about her, and they were trolling. I was trying to get an understanding. One of her stands was like, "Well, you don't buy her music anyway, so why do you care?" And I'm like, it's not necessarily that I care. It may be somebody else with social anxiety that I'm trying to figure something out. So when they got to talking about it, like, too many people or whatever the case may be, I'm like, oh, okay, well, do she have any paperwork on this? Because we do a lot of self-diagnosing.
Understood. I mean, that's fair enough.
That's fair. So I
Yeah.
asked him, like, yo, well, do she have paperwork on this so I can take her serious? And he's like, blah, 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 blah. Yo, he went crazy on me. He went crazy. I got off, mind you, my Twitter had like 180 something notifications. It went crazy. I woke up trying to like refresh the thing, wouldn't refresh. Trying to go to my homepage, see if I got messages, nothing was there. And then I logged into the email account. Yeah, your Twitter's indefinitely suspended. It's gone for good. Like,
did you say anything crazy?
Nah, I think it's because like your Twitter account can get suspended any kind of way. If I got bad imaging that goes against their policy, I could say anything like the word hate and then associate like a ethnicity. I could say like, oh, I hate the way white people talk.
Yeah.
And that forms a hate group around.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it forms a hate tendency around a group of people, around a mass. And that's kind of what happened. I was just like, yo, I mean, dude, she got documentation about her thing. And then me and him had a back and forth.
Okay.
So because him and I had a back and forth, the stands that actually love her, bro, like, they went crazy. Reported my page, report. My shit was gone.
Now with the whole Summer Walker situation, we had a conversation about this. It's like, I feel as though Summer Walker got put in one of those situations to where like she could sing or whatnot, but like everybody around her was just like how society is now. It's like as soon as you display some type of skill that someone else doesn't have, they want to exploit it. And what I mean by this is Summer Walker could sing. From my understanding, she was already doing like little posts on her IG before she made it.
Yeah.
And, oh, you should make an album. You should do this. You should do that. You should do this. And it's like, yo, everyone shouldn't do everything. Like, yo, if she just want to be singing in the hood or around her area in front of her aunties on Christmas, just let it be. Like, yo, everybody shouldn't be. Everyone doesn't need to go into business. Just because you make macaroni and cheese for your family every Thanksgiving, don't mean you need to be making Merry macaroni and cheese for the whole block or for the world. Like, yo, that shit is overwhelming for people.
I agree. And that was like a part of my whole conversation. I've probably only heard like one song, maybe, that my sister or something put on.
Yeah.
And you feel me? She doesn't have like a bad voice at all.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I just feel like, yo, you got a social anxiety or you got a problem. Why would you pick a career that puts you in the most, what they call, toxic area, bro? I ain't understand it. So like I just thought everything about her was interesting. Let me figure this out. And then it's like she got videos of her on pole dancing, like, and it's like, damn, yo, like, really, what's really wrong with you, dog? Like,
what's going on? So it says symptoms may include access fear situations in which one may be judged, worry about embarrassment or humiliation, or concern about offending someone.
As far as social anxiety. So when she posts pictures or videos of her singing, she don't fear that people going to talk about her. I don't know. I mean, everything she does, everything about her career is triggering to her health status.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah, that would fall into that.
So,
because at first she canceled all her meet and greets, right?
Yeah.
And then she wound up canceling like half her tour.
The second half of the tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you said, anything that she does based on even putting out music would trigger that.
Trigger to her health status. So Twitter, I need my account back now, nigga. Y'all owe me something.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Nonetheless, outside of her fans, bro, like, nonetheless, she's talented. I don't know too much about her, but I think if she gets over her social whatever anxiety, I just need some documentation to take her serious.
Yeah.
To kind of understand or validate, yo, you cancel half your tour. That's where all your money come from.
Yeah. And then it was like one point, like they said, I don't know how true this was. Like she was in Canada and like on her tour time,
Yeah.
like the day of her show was like the time of her show, and she was like out with Drake or something.
Yeah.
Or out with some artist.
Yeah, she was
And then
running
posted
around
on
the tour
IG
when she was supposed to be at the venue.
Yeah.
I heard about that. I don't know too much about that. You know, hopefully she got that together. Cause she definitely got killed in them comments, bro. She got killed.
She like the modern day Lauryn Hill, huh?
Yeah, Lauren. I think Lauren just dropped a song too, something for the Queen and Slim soundtrack.
For real?
Yeah.
Every time I tried to look at it, it was like whited out, like grayed out.
What Lauryn Hill?
Yeah,
Or just
the Lauryn Hill song, like the whole album or project dropped for the Queen and Slim soundtrack drop.
Yeah.
But every time I tried to hit it, it was like it was grayed out. I was like, oh, they did Lauren like that.
She probably still like a liability or something.
Yo, she's still showing up to events like 3 hours late.
That's
doing
a
like
fact.
2 songs. And then that's it. But I don't know, yo. 2019. It's been a year, a decade, yo. 10 years.
Yo, so many waves, bro. Like waves of people here, not here, back here, not here again. You feel me? Emotions here, not here.
Yo, in 10 years, I went through my whole phase, and within that 10 years, yeah.
I plead the fifth. Nah.
Yeah.
Damn. 10 years ago, I was 18, bro.
Yeah.
18. I was just buying my car. I was probably still working for Home Depot 10 years ago.
10 years ago, I was what, 19? Shit, I was in Hawaii. Yeah. Yeah, to this date, I was in Hawaii.
Is there anything from now that you, or anything from 10 years ago then that you carry on till now?
I couldn't even think. Probably just remain humble.
Humble? It's
Yeah.
always a good trait.
Yeah, just remain humble. The humble never stumbles, but your ego will always trip.
Talk that shit. That
Yeah.
was fly. That was wavy. I ain't never heard that.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, 10 years, 19, I was just learning about life, honestly. Like, yeah, just got out of high school and then started a career right after that. So I kind of went through one structured environment to another structured environment.
Facts.
Yeah.
Damn.
A stricter structure.
A stricter
Stricter
That's definitely one of them tongue twisters.
Environment, but yeah. What about yourself?
10 years ago that I bring now, still bring the ratchets out.
Hey.
I cater to the ratchets, bro. That's life, man.
Yeah. You always been authentic to that, though.
Yeah.
I always appreciated that.
Cause man, like, you know, that's like a genuine type of love. You might get like that corporate love or, you know, that other type of love, but the ratchets, bro, cause it's guaranteed they always gonna be there. Always.
Very true.
You dig what I'm saying? So as long as you cater to your core people that really kind of understand your lifestyle, or, you know, that's really there through the process, I think you'll be straight in the long haul. But I bring not only that type of lifestyle, but I bring, like, you know, I still got my love for, like, my Xbox.
Oh, yeah?
I think that's my shit, bro. Like, that's the only thing. I work 12 hours a day. After that, I kind of don't want no conversation from outside contact. I just want to just chill, play my Xbox, maybe. Call of Duty still hitting.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm like, yo, leave me alone. Like, after really, like, 5:36,
Yeah.
it's like, why you text me? Like,
That's a fact.
like, if you don't FaceTime me or call me, then it's like, you get responded when you get responded to. But I don't intentionally mean to do it. It just happens.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? So, if we kind of break up these last 10 years, where did you think what year did you kind of find yourself growing as a individual, as a man, a black man, of like, yo, I can't be doing this bullshit?
Um, my my first real responsibility was my nieces.
Mm.
You feel me? And nobody really knows. I worked 2 jobs. I went to college during that time, and I was still like, babysitting them.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of like, me projecting off things that I know at 17 to kids.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? It was just like, damn, yo, this shit sounds crazy. Just giving them a 17-year-old game. You feel me? So it was like, all right, let me try to take some things from older people. Like, yo, how would you raise your kids if you was, you know what I mean, at the age you are now and stuff? You get a little bit more mature. Like, all right, let me give them this. And then I got my car. That was like my responsibility to myself, because my nieces, they were my brother's kids, but they were just around me a lot. So like they gave me responsibility. My car taught me how to, all right, I can't blow this kind of money on this no more. No more jewelry, no more bars, no more liquor, no more. I got to put this money into my car, make sure my car is straight. Once I started getting the concept of budgeting and saving for putting this money toward this and that kind of helped me. That's a whole new type of lifestyle now, budgeting and stuff. So that's where like a lot of my adult mannerisms came from, just saving money in that type of aspect.
And what year was that? What do you say? In the past 10 years?
In the past 10 years, 18. I was probably like 21. That was probably like 7 years ago. Like 7 years ago, yeah, man. I just started figuring this stuff out, like, oh yeah, let me buy a home. Oh shit, well let me go to school, learn some shit. Oh, let me do this. All of this happened within recent. Yeah, cause my schooling was only a year. It was like a year program, like a class. You feel me?
Was it in class or like
everything through the computer online? Yeah. So what happens is like it was 6 courses. No time frame. As long as you got all of them done in a year. You feel me? I kind of slacked off, I did like 2 of the courses. I was like, yo, fuck this, forget this. I got stuff I got to do. I got to like maintain my bills I got to get. And then, I just took that time. I sat down. I was like, yo, I already paid the chicken. The chicken coming out of my bank account still as we speak.
Yeah.
Ended up crushing the rest of it. The other last 4 courses took me probably like 2 months to do. And I was just sitting, waiting, because you got to get responses for all your projects, you feel me? I sat on all my projects probably like to last minute. It was probably like a month left, and I was like, all right, let me turn them in now. I turned all of them in. She was like, nah, you need one of them that got to be redone. And I was like, oh, snap. So that really put the pressure on. Let me finish it up. Boom. Did the editing for the Ghetto to the Grave movement, everything, bro. Turned that in. She gave me, like, the actual person who runs the whole thing, like the director board of it, contacted me in a Facebook comment, bro. Told me like how much he appreciated my final projects and stuff like that, and he hoped I do something with it. So
you got to, bro.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
Better.
Most definitely, man.
As long as you make sure your mental is good enough to handle all the things that come with it, though.
Yeah.
Because we always quick to say, hey, like I said earlier, yo, you should do something with it. You should do something with it. Like, yo, if you're not mentally prepared, I ain't gonna even. And this is a learning curve for me. So, like, if anybody I've told in the past that may have a talent, I'm gonna just stop. I'm like, yo, if you want to, I think you could do something with it. But if you're not mentally prepared, don't do it.
Mental preparation, bro. It's tough, especially when you like I said, like you've been in the service for 10 years. That's discipline to think of something like, okay, I'm gonna stick with this for 10 years. You dig what I'm saying?
Sacrifice, dog.
Yeah, yes. and sacrifice is something that a lot of people, younger than us don't have.
Yeah. So people our age don't even have it.
Exactly, bro. And like, I thought it was a sacrifice. I kicked out like $1,000-something for it. Mind you, that $1,000-something could have paid my car or could have paid my rent or whatever the case may be. I was like, I just bit the bullet, bro. Now I'm certified to do what I want.
And that's the return on investment. So it's like, okay, you already put that $1,000 for your education, for the certification. Once you, because life hits us to where like okay, like I said, you just got a house, so it's like your focus may be on the house and making sure everything gets situated. But once that's situated, it's like okay, my return on investment, what I'm gonna start doing to get that back, you know?
Yeah, most
and
definitely.
your creative spirit. So hey, whatever you do with it,
I do feel like you need like I don't have I'm not going to admit or stray away from it, but I don't have discipline. You get what I'm saying? So like
yeah,
it makes it tough. That's why it was like, okay, let me do I did the 2 courses. Oh shit, I paid for this. Let me do the rest. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So I feel like, if you do got people who can encourage you to do it, definitely surround yourself around them, because other people motivation, it always motivate me. I like other people happiness as well. Other people happiness definitely make me like, oh shit, well, I'm glad this motherfucker happy. Now let me be happy for myself. It helps. It just plays a part.
Yeah, and what's the term? Maya used it in the podcast. Is what sphere of influence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never knew how that term. I always had people around me, but it's like your sphere of influence of like, okay, you in the whole designing thing. Now it's like, okay, you let me know you're in designing. I probably had to like understand a little bit more terminology so I could be able to use it, but also identify like certain like Facebook and Instagram posts to tag you in, or like, yo, what about joining this group
Yeah.
and different things of that nature. Maya, she helped me with my podcast with this whole. Yeah, I got a political podcast that I did.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put that at the top of the year. So shout out to her, but yeah, so
It's crazy you mentioned fear.
sphere. SPH.
Oh, sphere. Oh,
yeah.
I was about to say it's crazy you mentioned
But
fear.
we could go with that. Hey, so
Yeah, nah, facts. So like a lot of the times when we look at fear, we look at it like scary. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I fear this. Like, there's something scary behind it. Yo, it's a whole nother a whole nother angle of fear that people don't really utilize.
What is
Like,
that?
when you think about it, right? I wouldn't fear a man who didn't fear anything. And the reason why is because he feels like he can play with it. You get what I'm saying? Like, if he don't fear like going to jail, he'll fear. He don't mind how he move out here.
Yeah.
But if you fear a man who fears something, he'll take your life before you take his. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Got it. Yeah.
So it's like, yo, like, fear might be something that can actually help you.
It does. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it'd be like, shit, yo, let me go for it, because I fear what maybe if I fail.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So like, yo, I think people should open their eyes up to fear and definitely go ahead for it.
Cause it's was it fear? How you spell the acronym? Cause it's like
Face everything or something like that.
yeah, face everything and run. Hold up, no. Hold up. How did, I can't find it. Okay, forget everything and run, or face everything and rise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I think that face everything and rise is something that we don't get that part of the game.
Because we're so, what is it? So like Insta.
Yeah.
Like, yo, we're just so like quick.
It's
quick.
a custom.
Yeah. So like cause like the new wave right now is like entrepreneur and being a realtor. I'm like, look, nothing wrong with it, but being a realtor, it ain't for the weak. It ain't like you ain't about to sell your house, sell a house and get like 10 bands off of it, 10 racks like in your first 30. Not everybody.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say not everyone, but not everybody. It's some people that will, some people that won't. And like, yo, you gotta have the heart to do this shit, and it's not a overnight thing. Like, I've been doing podcasting for like how many years? Like 4 years. Almost, yeah. Like
you on the move?
yeah, for like 4 years. I still ain't make it where I want to be, but I'm still doing it because I'm still perfecting my craft. Now it's another podcast out here. It's another podcast out here. I strongly advise them. I say, yo, y'all need to stop doing 2 podcasts a week. You're not Joe Button. I'm like, you're not Joe Button. I was like, yo, don't do it. Don't do it. Like, you have good content, but you have to make your content stretch. And I'm like, well, you need to start talking about this and this well, we don't want to talk about that. I'm like, okay, well, if you don't want to talk about it, it is what it is. But when you do talk about it, you have strong content, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So why not go to something that you're strong in?
Yeah.
Start doing podcasts and kept on doing it. I'm like, it is what it is. Maybe you will pop off.
2 separate podcasts
Yeah, they was dropping 2 separate podcasts a week.
or 2 different contents.
Yeah, it's 2 different contents. Yeah.
Wow.
So it'd be like one day we talking about the ABCs, the next day we talking about getting drunk.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I was like, look, I don't think you should do it like that. I was like, this is my advice. I'm like, even though I'm not like getting like millions of views and nothing of that nature, I'm like, look, I don't think you should do it like that.
Yeah, because that kind of like, you got this type of audience, then you got this type of audience.
But even then, it's the longevity. Like, you don't let your podcast breathe for it to go out into the ecosystem, especially being so brand new.
That's a fact.
Or whatnot. So I'm like, a podcast with like a Joe Budden or Joe Rogan, like they could easily drop 2 like that just because the audience and the stands, as you called them earlier there. So, just end all be all from that is just like, yo, our generation, we don't want to put in the work no more of like perfecting the craft. Like, it ain't nothing wrong with hustling. Let's all hustle. But if we got to put in the work.
Yeah, it's a phrase, terminology. You rather be the master of a craft than a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Something like that. A jack of all trades, you'll never be perfect at something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel the same, But on the same note, everybody got their hustle and how they hustle differently. If it works, kudos. If not, maybe next time, player, try it again.
But let's put our all into it, like educate, like.
Yeah. Education is strong. It's just something that's needed, bro.
Yeah, it is. Sometimes, like, why educate yourself twice? Well, you could have done it once.
Yeah. I think they should just make YouTube a class now.
YouTube University. I mean, that's how I learned this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, just think we go to school, just education-wise, since we were speaking on it, we go to school, 8-9 hours a day?
Give or take.
And we learn a certain curriculum or a certain topic from a person who didn't want that class from the beginning. So it's not really authentic. Like,
yeah.
I don't think I had a single teacher that wanted to be that teacher.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, you got a teacher that teach you how to get $1 million, but they don't have $1 million,
Yeah, I always wonder about that. The gift of gabbers, because it's like, how many classes does Bill Gates teach?
No, I'm not even sure. I know Bill Gates ran a monopoly and went to trial for it.
Yeah, so it's like, how many classes Bill Gates teach? How many classes Mark Zuckerberg teach? How many classes, just all these like very, very wealthy people, they teach. And it's like, they got all this bread. And they ain't teach nobody about the game.
Nope.
They not doing curriculums or nothing, but you got somebody else that probably don't even have a quarter of what they have teaching you about how they got their bread, how
like Bill Gates got his
chicken.
Yeah,
his. It's like, that's
it's outlandish.
Yeah,
it just kind of shows you like how they structure you. They teach you a bunch of nothing you don't need. When the last time you used the Pythagorean theorem?
Yesterday. Say no.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have been like, for real? Yeah, but nah, I mean.
No, I think I know one person that, like, she's on that shit. Like,
what, math and stuff?
Yeah, like, she does, like, YouTube. She watches YouTube videos on her spare time about, like, theories. Her name is Amber. Shout out to, what is her shit called? Cult Favorite. Like, when I say, like, her brownies will take you somewhere, it will take you somewhere, bro. But yeah, I want to get her on the podcast. Like, I had like 2 conversations with her, and like they're deep. Like,
yeah, yo, I just feel like with that type of knowledge, with if it were beneficial, like what would you really use it for? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's why I'm not a big fan of school. I never understood school. You want me in here for 8 hours for you to tell me the same stuff that you're gonna tell me next year, and then I'm never gonna apply it in life. Like, why don't we? Why they got rid of our cooking courses, our sex ed classes and stuff like that? Like all of that shit is missing.
What do you think? 2019, you could have applied, or you hold on. How do I put this? Overall, how would you rate your 2019? Or did we already go through this?
Nah, we didn't rate it. We just kind of described what we had going on. But if I were to rate it, I'm on the up and up.
Yeah.
Because like I found out something about myself. I'm not selfish with information. So if I got it to give, and I could put you in a position where you might be able to get here and then slingshot me up here, it's crazy the feeling you get from it, like
and that's like one of the main reasons of the podcast.
Yeah,
for those that actually listen for the whole hour. Yeah,
I definitely like. It depends on who I'm communicating with. Like I said, like I don't really like mixing and mingling with people. I don't like making new friends. I will say this.
Yeah.
But if I sit down and somebody spark up a conversation that kind of makes sense. I had a conversation with a Jehovah's Witness.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Why do you travel? Why do you knock on people's doors? Why is it you promote like this and stuff like that? And they explain. And once you explain, you like, oh yo, we're not so different. We're just not into pushing it on people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, I'll take that information and I'll pass that on. I like passing information that I know on.
Yeah.
It make me feel, like, useful in the universe.
Yeah. Same here. I think I'm going to be, like, I guess 2019, if I could rate it. Overall was good. Like I said, it was, like, it had its ups and downs or whatnot, but I'm thankful for those downs.
Yeah.
I'm really thankful for those downs. Like, I needed them shits. Like, yo, thank you, God.
Yeah, yo. The people don't never see the struggle. They just see the success.
Yeah.
And they think that you just like some like pompous asshole or something. They don't understand what you had to go through to get to where you at.
Yes.
So,
So I will. I do want to. I want to get more structure within the podcast realm, and I want to push it more in a sense, because I'm on to something, I just don't know what it is yet. I mean, I had conversations with you before, but like, yo, sometimes I don't know why I be doing shit. Like, I do it, and then it just wind up working out for a bigger picture and cause.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just be doing all these little things. I'm like, I don't know.
It just happens. Yeah, man. I mean.
Yeah, and I think this is the same reason with the podcast of like, yo, just doing it, getting the information, meeting people, and then maybe fuck around, do a live podcast, and just have all the homies and we on stage, like, yo.
That's a fact. Get your shows going, man.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I wanna, cause I've had opportunities to do like other podcasts with some big people, but there's other people in my past that kind of steered me the other way, and I'm like, fuck,
Yeah, you
maybe
miss out.
Yeah, so
I mean, maybe right then and there, it could have helped you because you may not have had the content ready.
Yeah.
So when you do pop and then you pull them same interviews, you might have shit on lock more so than what you would have had back then.
Yeah.
Maybe more interesting.
Yeah, but I want to include all of the homies in it as well. I know I gotta do that. I gotta become a better friend. Sometimes I suck as a friend. I know that shit.
Yeah, bro, I'm not even gonna say it's like you suck as a friend. It's just more so like we not just sitting on a porch no more. You feel me? So like niggas should be understanding to the facts. You know what I mean? Niggas definitely put 135 hours on a Pokemon cartridge.
Exactly.
They don't got that kind of time.
Goddamn, when you're back of your Game Boy, you had to hold the
batteries in. Yes.
You had to hold it with your middle finger and your ring finger so your batteries don't pop out because you missed the back.
That's crazy. I remember them days.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna push the podcast, but also I'm gonna push other people, and what I mean by that is just like, yo, try to get people in other positions, but when I do, but I'm gonna be selective about it. And what I mean by that is like, yo, if I know you not a go, or I know you don't follow up, I'm not even about to entertain you with somebody else.
Yeah,
You
nah,
know?
that's a fact. That's a fact. You always gotta read. Like I don't jeopardize my respect nor my name for anything. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? Like I know you a stand up person. I know you'll show up. So if I set you up with something to make it work, I know you'll pull through.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, you can't get that type of time and patience and energy to anybody.
Yeah.
Niggas that mess around, fumble it up.
You have any when what up? Oh yeah, I was reading in 2019. Well, I wasn't reading. I was doing audiobooks.
Yeah.
I was doing 2 books. No, not 2 books. 1 book per month. 3 books that like really helped me was Talking to Strangers with Malcolm Gladwell, and what was the other one? Things No One Else Can Teach Us by Humble the Poet. That was another good one. And Unlearn was another one by Humble the Poet. Yeah. Stillness is Key by Ryan Holiday. That was a good one as well. Contagious, While Things Catch On. I had a lot of good books this year.
I kind of want to get into like the audio book thing. Once again, I don't have that discipline. I mean, like audiobooks might be different from just sitting and reading. You feel me? I can listen to you, but am I going to understand it? You dig what I'm saying?
I mean, at least you could like rewind it though.
Yeah, that's facts.
And then sometimes they like you hear the word being said, so it's like you reading it versus like someone hearing it in the whole sentence. It's like completely different.
So, how would you say those books played a factor in your time frame of reading them?
Of listening, it's just like how they play. What do you mean they play?
So, like reading a book might inspire you to do something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Have any of those books inspired you to do anything?
Yeah. They inspired, but also they just gave me the perspective of like how I communicate different with people or whatnot. So the book, what is it? Talking to Strangers. It's just it's in the title of like how 2 people can meet each other the first time and either have like either good communication or bad communication. And sometimes that bad, not sometimes, all the time that bad communication is because of misunderstanding. So it goes into the whole Sandra Bland and when she interacted with the cop. And it goes like, it's deep rooted into like how he grew up and how she grew up and how it was a whole miscommunication. And so it's like when the first time that they talk, they bump heads because neither of them could really fully
I get what you're
communicate
saying.
well. So it's just like, yo, for real, when it's 2 people like that, someone, and even though it's not going to always happen, someone has to be that person of like, let me step back and look at the situation, kind of like see if I could diffuse the whole situation. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the times now, I gotta have multiple conversations. Like right now, at this point in time, if I didn't know you and I'm having this conversation, I would do more listening to you to try to figure out like how you think, and then I'd be like, oh, okay. I may not even agree. I just may, oh, okay, that makes sense. Bit. And then the next time I tell you, well, listen, I ain't like the way you said this. You feel me? Because you know, like some people, they feel like you just talking at them. Like when I talk to people, I feel like I'm talking at them. They don't really get what I say. So when it's projected, they're like, "Oh, yo, you rub me the wrong way," and I'm like, "Well, nigga, you ain't ask no questions. You ain't try to follow up after this or nothing. You get what I'm saying?" So like, yeah, miscommunication will definitely ruin a lot.
It will, and that's what, like, of course, you know, working in mental health, I can't always be on 100. Even though they on 100, I can't be on 100.
That's a fact.
So it's like I have to, X, Y, Z. But I guess this will be the last one. You have any goals for 2020?
2020, man. Me being a homeowner, bro, I'm trying to do all of my stuff myself. So like in regards to like renovations, I just built my closet. You
Hey,
feel
turn
me?
up. Congrats, G.
Appreciate it. I built my bathrooms and stuff like this. Like I just want to learn my handyman stuff. I worked at, like I said, I worked at Home Depot for like 3 years, and talking to people like who actually that's their career. You know, these guys know the ins and outs of, oh yeah, well you can lay down flooring like this, or you could lay it down like this. Yo, I just trying to reapply some of that knowledge that I had from then to my home. Once that's situated and everything in the crib situated, I definitely just want to invest more time into my designing, because I don't want to keep buying other people's stuff. Like, you know, I don't want to keep going to H&M for a T-shirt that I could have made myself or put some shit on there that I like. You get what I'm saying? So I'd rather invest that time into myself, make my own fashion, or you know, creating a shoe necessarily that might be in the works. I don't know. It's way too many layers. Don't got the discipline or the patience for it, but I think by the end of the year, if I do decide to make something happen, that's gonna be it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just apply myself to something that's gonna get me out of working. I don't wanna work no more, bro.
Yeah.
I work too long. I gotta retire soon.
Shit, man, you both. What I probably want to do, they small right now, but pay off my car. Well, actually, I just paid off my car today, so
That's a fact.
yeah,
Yeah. That's
yeah,
a win.
yeah. And then, I, of course, I want to create more discipline and be more aggressive with the whole podcast thing of getting people on.
Yeah.
Push the clothing, but then also more. I'm gonna invest in the 2 stocks per month. 2 stocks.
So do you
at minimum?
So do you put your own money into it, or do you like go through something that kind of divvies it up?
Now I put my own money.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you kind of like know about the
Yeah.
stocks.
Oh yeah, I'm in so many stock groups.
That's a
You know, on
fact.
Facebook. Like yeah, like people fail to realize it's like that's why I always say I like my Ratchet and Righteousness group, because it's a couple homies to where like you wouldn't even think they in the stock market.
Yeah.
And they in there doing it, and it's like, oh shit, okay, cool. And we talk stocks. We be at the bar just talking stocks, like, yo, what about this? What do you think about this? Yo, just follow this trend. What about It's an easy game. It just yeah.
Yeah, I just wanna bet all the chips on myself, bro.
Yeah.
That's something that's just to wrap it up. Yeah, that's all I want to do is just bet on myself.
Bet on yourself. That's what I'm gonna name this podcast. But I'm gonna wrap it up right then and there. I want to say thank you for coming on board. I gotta get you on board.
That's a fact, bro. I'm full of conversation.
Yeah, we always have conversations. That's the crazy part.
Right.
We on the
and
duty.
there's always some new stuff. It's not recycled.
So that'd be another goal in the podcast, reaching out and getting the people on. But like I said, I want to shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody that I know. Even if I fuck with you, I love you. I don't fuck with you, I don't even know you no more. We don't talk no more. Shout out to y'all. Y'all doing the damn thing. Some of y'all not doing the damn thing, but still shout out to y'all.
Yeah, man, get that hate out y'all heart, man.
Yeah,
Go into this,
I mean, it is
fun.
You said what?
No, I was just saying, get that hate out their hearts. Come into this having fun this new year.
Yeah, yo, be safe out there too, yo. Like for real, Baltimore, man.
9 homicides, 3 in the first 3 days of this year.
For real?
Yeah, our first 3 days into this new year, 9 homicides, bro. We gotta definitely turn that down.
Yeah.
City used to be fun, bro. Like, I don't even know if people remember paparazzi and all of them Bourbon Street, them parties and shit that you could go to, them high school parties, man. It's too ratchet out here now.
It's hectic. Like, man, I know you're supposed to wrap up, but what was it 2 Sundays ago when they got like 7 to 8 people got shot at that hookah spot?
Damn.
Standing in line?
For real?
Yeah.
No, I didn't even hear about it. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's an app. I don't have it on me, but when I get the name of it, if you in the vicinity of something, when it go through the police radars and stuff, it come to your phone too.
Oh.
So it just give you an update, like, you know, somebody got robbed a mile away from where you are on this street or
Yeah.
whatever. It just gives you all that. I recommend everybody get that now.
Yeah, man.
Kind of stay out the way.
Baltimore crazy and people. Yeah. It is what it is. I'm trained, so we go there.
I'm just staying in the house.
Yeah, and like, yo, for real, like, yeah, you may have one up on me, but mind you, I will make sure I won't sleep until I get you. So it is what it is. I'll be a fucking next Uber driver.
Yeah,
I'll be
equalizer, man.
yeah, I will make sure we go there. So let's not. But shout out, like I said, shout out to everybody. I want to wish y'all a happy New Year. Good 2020. I hope you had a nice 2019, even if, you know, some of y'all were struggling. Hey, some of y'all may still be struggling in 2020. You just got to change your mindset and change, you know?
2020 year of the vision.
Yeah, year of vision. So, yeah. So, shout out to everybody. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for supporting the podcast. Thank you for supporting the movement. We got the Unpredictable Thoughts 2.com website. We could get to keep that same energy. Sweatshirts, hoodies. I got the natural sweatshirts, and that's it. Peace.
One love.